What is up, everyone, and welcome to the epilogue of the Fractured Future story. The story is good, and the raid was great. So let's see how this whole thing ends. Well, that's one way to end it. I love sounds like these. That ain't right. It's like Cell without Android 18. No, Udin, I don't feel so good. I love these exaggerated screams.
来を知りたいか？もうすぐお前は因果の鎖に引き戻され、元の時代へと帰るだろう。そこに私がついていくことはできぬ。だから私のできる最後の手助けだ。未来を知りたくはないか？この時代の自分がどうなっているのかを。
それは本当を言えば知りたい。でもやっぱり知ってしまえばその未来に俺は囚われることになるだろう。未来が自分のものじゃなくなってしまうような気がするんだ。俺は自分の足で未来に進みたいし、自分の手で未来をつかみたい。だから未来は知らなくていい。
そうか、強くなったな、王子よ。
アスラム、あなたは。これは
別れの時が来たようだな。クロノスの倒れた今、二度とお前に会うことはないだろう。
本当にもう会えないのか？あなたにはもっと教わるべきことがあるような気がしているのに。
私はできるならお前には会いたくないと思っていた。この世界は想像以上に過酷な世界だ。だから私はどのような業を背負おうと世界に平穏をもたらすと誓った。だがその決心が鈍りそうになるのだ。お前の顔を見ていると。
それはすまない。
お前には責任のないことだ。それに自らの手で未来を切り開くことはお前の勇気。それはやはり希望なのだ。この絶望の世界においてもな。
アスラム、それは。
さらばだ。お前が運命に打ち勝てることを祈ろう。
アスラム、あなたは。カサンドラは異界とはあまたの可能性の世界だと言っていた。ゾディアークと契約をしていたアスラム、そしてあの厳しくも優しい眼差し。アスラムは、あの人は。
Let's not explicitly say it, even though we already know. Still, what a great end to this story. I'm a sucker for alternative realities and time travel, so that kind of stuff is definitely in my alley. Although I would have preferred to learn about the future so that I may shape it better, rather than be kind of clueless and then wander into, well, the same fate as before. But that's something that we'll just have to put up with. Honestly, I'd like to see what kind of evil Emperor Uden is. That's no doubt probably going to be his fate. I want to see what kind of evil man he is, who betray his friends and create some abomination that can control time by fusing the 6 evil lords all together. That is so terrible, and I like to see it for myself. But anyway, before we end this end this little journey, let's go and take a look at the story for the parallel Zodiark. Maybe that'll give us a clue as to what the whole deal is. Uh-oh, what happened? Did I just accidentally pick... Ah, god damn it. I accidentally picked Garuda, and apparently Garuda likes young boys even then. I'm gonna skip it because it's not part of today's programming. No, I'll have to look at it at some other time. Now, let's see. Zodiark. That's not actually... There it is. The Shadow Worm's World. In your hands, Shadow Realm, keep my soul with you as mana. Do what you can. So a dream of his pack battle master's passing. But it was merely a dream, for his master is alive and well. Do not give up. A better tomorrow's coming. Okay, so that's the one with the alternative future. But then he woke up again. Blonde lad, contorted into expression ill-suited for a rather useful face, was filled with fear at the boy's power. With despair and his power stole into him, began to overtake his ring. But he also felt safe. Maybe that was the pact that our pal Audric made. Oh, wait, is this? I'm so sorry, brother. The Shadow Realm. Yeah, the girl's life bled away, stolen by none other than himself. No, maybe it's not Audric then. No. That's terrible. It's us? We murdered Cynthia? We made her bleed? We made her bleed out? I did that. No, wait, I didn't. This is real. It's a dream. No, wait, it isn't. One man's fashion, nothingness was a line between dreams and reality stand. When he woke, was it reality or was his dream an eternal prison? I'm thinking that everything was part of a dream. Could he be certain of something? Was he even a shadow worm? Whoever he is found himself in the whim of sweet, poisonous eternity, unable to tell truth from lie. Yeesh. Jesus, what happened to him? He doesn't even know who he is. That's really addled. Something terrible must have happened. Was tossed about by the whims of fate, caught in a world of impossibilities and lies, a world where dreams and reality are one and the same. What ails you, dear Zodiark? Unusual for you to nap so. Master smiling down on him. Apologized for his failures, and only laughed. You have nothing to forgive him for. We're at peace here. Huh. Interesting. At peace, huh? Please rest and take your ease. The world was a model of peace. Though growing old, his master's rule granted the nation stability, and its future development was assured. Alright, so this one is about Aurelius. Found himself wishing that life could be like this forever, and yet it was so perfect, he couldn't help but suspect it was a lie. The dragon's dream, asked the boy. He was one of his master's children to 7. Although a tad unsure of himself, he was one boy with a promising future. Trust a dreamer like you to latch onto that? Go form a pact with him. I'm a dreamer? Why shouted? Aware of this? A cheerful conversation made everyone laugh, but the dragon had only one thought in his mind. This must be a dream. No's reality was no paradise. Instead, it was a hopeless world of pain and misery, which was why he longed to spend time in a world such as this. And there were still those fighting in a world of despair. His master chief among them, he sworn to fight by his master's side to the bitter end. That age world, tearing himself from his dream, found himself in a world of death. His master's lament wrung his ears. This is what my sin has led to. This was his reality, but he had accepted it. He and his masters resolved to bear their sins and their sadness in the hopes of creating a better future. This was the world he lived in. This was the world he knew. I mean, we know that somehow our pal Aurelius screwed up, and now we turn into the Dark Emperor. I would like to see how the event actually takes place, though. But chances are, it's like, hey, don't do this, and then goes to the binding room with his dad. It's like, no, please don't do this. Tries to alter the future, but then accidentally caught the AIDS on Morsayati himself. And that's probably what ended up happening. I mean, Audric did try to prevent us from doing that, so there's that. I want to see Zodiark's story ourselves. Let's just take a look at that as well. Maybe this, unlikely as it is, might give a bit of a clue. Let's see. And he is a hardcore evil. It's glittered like black ape, and since rotted away. Kind queen. The invasion of fiends put our countries in the Shadow Realm. Okay. So this doesn't really have much to do about it. But let me just read it anyway. You're in trouble. If you require my aid, I'll do all my power to help you. What a nice man. Victory over the fiends was total. Grew corrupt after gaining the Shadow Worm's promise of eternal protection. Well, that didn't that didn't work out very well. She hid behind a dragon's strength, using it to bend her subjects and neighbors to her will. Finally, the people, tired of this, rebelled against her and stormed the palace. Realizing her foolishness, the queen turned on the Shadow Realm. You tempted me down this path, she cried. The bewildered dragon could only stare at her. What? Oh, but you have. You twisted my heart. You gave me all of your power and never asked that I bear any of its consequences. Curse your unselfish love, screamed the queen, who then flung herself off the balcony. And after the queen's death, the Shadow Realm encountered many rulers. Few could wake themselves from the stupor the dragon's power induced, and many were ruined. When a country is ruined, so too are its people. Eventually, those who had never seen the Shadow Worm grew to loathe the very mention of his name. Huh. So apparently that's what he does. Have really awesome power, except he corrupts people just as well. Darkness turns nothing away. Anyone who borrows its power must eventually fight against their own weakness. And that's no easy task. Humans come to revile the Shadow Worm, that threw the world into chaos. Dragons are not physical creatures so much as spiritual, and the humans' hatred corroded him. Terrible sight of him and his horrific shrieks of agony terrified the humans, to whom he was already known as an enemy. Despise me, thought the Shadow Realm. The humans despise, thought the Shadow Worm. Through a haze of pain, I am perishing under the wrath and hate. I cannot bring myself to hate them. Indeed, I adore them. Is that truly so wrong? Shadow Worm has many virtues, perhaps none more resplendent than his unselfish love. Such mastery only underscored the imperfections in humanity's own love. Man approached the Shadow Worm, easily racked with pain. Stay back, growled the dragon in a weak voice. I will only cause you unhappiness. In any case, I cannot give you what you wish. Humanity's hatred has eroded my soul. I do not even have the strength to fight pain. Hey, look, it's another guy. The man gently stroked Dragon's blistering scales and let me ease your suffering. As you have cared for so many of my kind, let me now care for you. For all the humans the Shadow Worm has saved, this was the first one to try and save him. Okay. Oh, wait, what the hell is this? That was Aurelius? That's no good. It looks nothing like him. Between Aurelius and Zodiark that tore down the boundaries between human and dragon kind. Yeah, that looked nothing like him. Well, how interesting. How very interesting. I didn't expect them to actually put a placeholder picture like that in the story of the old Zodiark. Well, things as it developed, Zodiark, Aurelius actually looks a little bit more different than they had imagined. Alright, well, that's about it for our wonderful journey of the end of Fractured Futures. Let's see how the story goes down the line. I thank you all.